So since we had such good luck yesterday on multiplayer, I thought we'd head back out there and see how we could do. That's actually a pretty decent Rocky Mountain elk bull right there. He's about 160 out and he's bedded. I think we might try and take kind of a quartering shot with the Hawkeye bow. So we're looking at about 180. We're going to hold for the heart for 150. Oh, that's definitely a solid hit. And he just piled over right there. Wow. I didn't think we'd be able to get double lung and liver, but I think that's exactly what we just did. Another decent bull out there at 160, which we might try and take down as well. That's him right there. I believe this is our big bull that we got with the bow. So we'll pick him up and take a look. And 375 gold. Ended up getting a double lung liver stomach at 169 yards with the bow. So yeah, we ended up getting double lung and liver at 170 yards. And right up here is our second bull that we got with a 30-06. And I actually had only one bullet left in the 30-06 because we jumped up this really cool looking rare turkey. And I was about to take the shot on that turkey with the 30-06 because I really wanted to get that turkey. So I've been saving that one bullet and I actually forgot to reload. But right lung at 322 on him. Just jumped up a huge bighorn right there. He's about 120 out. And that should have connected on him. I saw another one. Oh, that's actually a muley buck. Not really too interested in that. But I do believe we made a pretty good hit on that bighorn. It looks like we did, because there he is laying right there. Let's swing by here quick and pick him up. And a 155 stomach and a liver. So he was quartering away and I hit high. Okay, but I'll take that. 90 yards out, 155. That's actually a great looking ram. That's actually another max weight and a really good score potential bighorn sheep right there. He doesn't have the highest estimate, but we're going to take him down about 150 out here. I believe he's like the brown variation as well. Try to get a second one, and I think that might have connected. I think this is our big brown. It is a 148 gold and a brown left lung at 191. That's a cool looking ram right there. That is a piebald muley buck at about 230 out, and we're going for a shot. Should have smoked him. Wow. I can't believe we just found a rare muley buck. What's interesting about that is I found this deer first. Oh, she turned. But the second shot should have helped bring her down. I saw that there was a dilute muley out there, and I thought, okay, there's some mule deer over there. Then we got a growl from a mountain lion, and all of a sudden what jumped up was that rare piebald muley buck. So it was like the dilute and the piebald were in the same herd. Actually, it looks like we hit the dilute pretty good as well, because look at all the vital hits there. Wow. Yeah, that dilute was definitely smoked. I thought we didn't hit her very good at first, but apparently I was wrong. There's our piebald. Let's swing by here quick and grab our dilute first. There she is right there. Liver and right lung was the first shot, so she was actually smoked, to be honest. But here's our piebald. Let's take a look at him. Can't really see him very good, but he's definitely a piebald. 327 piebald. Ended up with the liver, stomach, and left lung at 227. He does have kind of like the small patch variation of the piebald, because you can just barely see the white on him. For instance, if he was walking this way, you might not know he was piebald, especially if he was turned away like that. But this side, you can definitely tell because he has a big white patch right here. That's a giant dilute muley buck out there. It's a max weight, not quite max scoring potential, but he's huge. But there is a max scoring potential mule deer out there right there. I just spotted him for a second. That's going to be him right there. 419 to 550 on him. So I really want this dilute and the max scoring buck. I gotta be able to take the max scoring buck too, though. I think that could work. It would have worked if we didn't hit the doe, which I don't think it worked. So here's our dilute. It's gonna be a good one. And let's pick it up. A 417. We ended up making a 242 yard perfect heart shot on that buck, actually. So we didn't get the max weight buck, but you know what, this buck here is actually just as cool. Now that's kind of a giant ram. I believe that's going to be somewhere around like a 160 score, so we're not going to pass him up. And perfect shot. He's down. So here's our bighorn. It should be a good one. A 161 double lung at 188. But that thing is pretty close to a diamond. Wow. That's a beautiful ram right there. We got a real nice herd of mule deer here. But the thing is, I can't see what's all in this thick brush here. And I think what we're going to do is take down this decent 3 here. And maybe even this buck here. And see what else is over here. Because at this point, I can't really see until we take a shot. Well, we definitely got 2. But the most important thing is to see what's all back there. Looks like just an absolute ton of dough is what it looks like, but you never know. This spot definitely seemed like it had potential, but not quite. 333 on that one. And double lung liver, 234. Well, I came over here to look for a giant mule deer, and I was honestly kind of sad for a second, but then I found this, and I'm pretty excited at this moment right here. That's a huge pronghorn, and he's a diamond potential. Funny thing is, there's actually a mule deer right down here. Now, I don't know where he's gonna go. He looks pretty big. Definitely the biggest one I've seen in a while. I think he's gonna come somewhere over here. He's right there at about 130 yards out. That thing is huge. Yeah, I think we might have to take him with 30-06. He's down. Whew, that's a giant. That is definitely a giant. Well, the question is he going to be our first diamond potential pronghorn? And he is. He's a huge diamond. 101.10. That's actually our first diamond pronghorn ever. And I think he's, yeah, 98 is a minimum. So that's a pretty good size diamond pronghorn. 114 out, double lung liver. I'm so happy with him. I've been hunting pretty much all day for this one moment. I just saw him right there. He's about 250 yards away. He was trotting though, so I don't know if something spooked him up or what. He's in a herd of about probably 7 or 8 mule deer, and I think there's 2 bucks. But he's definitely the biggest one that I've seen in I don't even know how long. Yeah, all I know is he's huge. He's absolutely huge. The thing is, we have a perfect wing, so we should be able to try and sneak up over there and get close to him. I don't really know where he's gonna go. The problem is our drink zone is right here, and it's at well, it ends at 10 o'clock, and it's like 10:01 right now, so he's not gonna come back here. As much as I want to change the time, it's too risky because he might never come back in here. So what we're gonna do is get on his track and try and track him up to see if we can't find him. I'm pretty sure I just got eyes on that doe. This mule deer doe was with the herd that had that diamond muley in. And if she's there, he shouldn't be too far away. But the only problem is, look at where they're heading. Right into the thickest part of this map. I'm talking there's huge spruce trees and you can't see 5 feet in front of you. So I honestly don't know how quiet we want to really be. Because I wouldn't mind if he like jumped up a little bit and ran maybe like 150 yards and slowed down on the backside of these trees. I don't know. I think we're going to see what happens. So we've been tracking him for a little while now, and he's actually headed out to this thicket out here. It's pretty thick here. I can see some really fresh tracks. He's got to be over here somewhere. We have a really good wind though. We're just going to take it easy and keep going that direction. I think this might be him. Okay, so at this point I just heard something, and I'm pretty sure it sounded like a deer. And it looks like they're right over there. That's the herd. Now this is definitely the herd that he's with. I don't know where he is though. All I know is we're going to put out a couple calls and hope that he's not with that herd. If he is, we're never going to see him. Oh, I hear something. Oh my god, it's him. Oh my god. Oh, he smoked. You gotta be kidding me. I can't believe that just happened. A whole herd of mule deer just came past us. And the only one that we wanted walked out 17 yards away from us. Look at the size of that thing. Okay, we're gonna pick him up. A 520 scoring giant OG diamond mule deer at 15 yards away. Wow, talk about right at the last second. I mean, we only have what? Probably like 6 or 7 days left until the true racks come out. And I really wanted to get an OG diamond muley and a big rack. And not only that, we just got an absolute giant. A 520 score. Man, we tracked that thing 663 yards. And he walked out 15 yards away from us. I was so nervous I couldn't even hardly take the shot, but he was definitely smoked. Double lunged him, and I'm just so happy right now. I can't even talk right now, I'm so happy. So there's actually a spot on Silver Ridge Peaks here, and I'm going to show you right where we just found that giant diamond mule deer. This spot here, when Silver Ridge Peaks first came out, I remember coming to this spot and I thought to myself, it would be so cool to have a giant diamond mule deer here. And I hunted the spot so many times on my map that I never got lucky enough to get something big enough to come back. Always I would have max weight mule deer, but then they would just be the same thing, just huge fours, and that was it. We're out on multiplayer now, and I'll show you exactly where we are in that exact same spot. So it's kind of an interesting spot here. It's the way that I found this is I was running the ATV down here. You know, you're going wide open here, and then you got to hit the brakes, turn around, but there's a little lake right here, and the mule deer drink here from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock in the morning. But the way to find them is you actually have to be on this side of the lake. So I have a tent set up on my map right here. But if you're on multiplayer or something, you got to come in from this lodge here, swing wide to the right, and then loop back, and then come in. Once you get to like 300, you got to start walking and get to like right about here. And from right here, we spotted that giant buck right where my marker is right there. He was about 250 yards away. And I was actually typing to some of the people in chat here because they were saying like, oh, is this really you? And I was just trying to be low key because we don't really have a lot of time to be able to get a diamond mule deer here before the true racks come out. So I'm typing in the chat, and I look over to the left side and I see a bunch of mule deer, and you know, I'm scanning through it and I see one in the back that looks like a freaking elk. I mean, he was huge. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, that's definitely either a small diamond or a big diamond rack. I wasn't sure at first, and then I spotted it and I'm like, come on, step out. And once I saw the 5 medium, I'm like, oh my god, that's the big diamond rack. That's the big diamond rack. And he was right there. So then I came over here, but unfortunately he didn't want to come back to get a drink. He was, I don't know if he was spooked from mountain lions or what, but he was trotting. And we ended up tracking that sucker all the way over to, well, we didn't really go too far. We kind of tracked him north, and then he cut over to the west side over here. Then he cut back to the east, and then he kind of cut over here. And I thought he was going to go over here to this drink zone, or this eating zone. I really thought he was going to go over there 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's like 11 o'clock in the morning right now. So I really thought he was going to go there, but he didn't. He actually ended up bedding down somewhere over here, and we jumped him up once, and I think he wanted to come back to that same spot, and we had him walk within 17 yards away from us. Luckily enough for us, that buck was the one that we wanted. The whole other side of the trees there is where the other herd came out, and had that buck been with that herd, we never would have had him. Well guys, welcome back to our trophy lodge here, and this is what you're looking at right here. This is the last of the OG diamond mule deers, and probably one of our last OG diamond mule deers that you're ever going to see right here. This guy scored 520.8. We do have another OG diamond as well, and I'm probably going to put him over here soon, but for now we have a dilute here, a big dilute, 450 scoring dilute buck. But yeah, I honestly didn't think that this would happen. This has been just one heck of a treat right here, and it's always like when you least expect it. I hunted hard all day for a diamond mule deer, and then as soon as I was like, okay, let's just take it easy and kind of just hunt now and just take it easy. All of a sudden this guy shows up, and it just so happened we're at the right place at the right time. We snuck up on him, got to 17 yards away. Well, actually he came to 17 yards away from us. We drew back and just smoked this absolute giant diamond muley. And this is gonna be the last OG that we're ever gonna have. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.